Hi everyone. I am back again, same day, same shirt, but I'll probably put this up tomorrow. I already put two videos up today, and I'm going to just be doing a little whip and chat. And I got a package. It's the rest of my Michaels order. So I wanted to just show you what I got at the tail end of that order, which in the other order, you probably saw my video that I had two diamond paintings. One was the cockatoos, the pink ones, and the other one was the kissing doves. So this last part of the package arrived today. So I wanted to share that with you and give you the price and let you know about the coupons that were available, and they still might be available. But it's the cheapest I found them. Besides, a year ago on Temu, I was able to snag some really inexpensive. But the going rate for them now is upward of $30 to $40 a piece. So what I'm talking about, I'm going to reach over and grab one of the two that I have gotten, and I'm going to push my phone down a little bit. This is what I'm working on, my Island Life. And this is a Diamond Art Club huge painting. I have it turned around upside down right now, but it's Island Life, Chuck Pinson, and I'm reading it backwards, it's 36.2 by 27.6, which is 92 centimeters by 70 centimeters. And my halfway mark was right here, one row here, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 more rows to do. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm going to put this cover over this so I don't harm it in any way, which I don't think it would, but I want to show you my last part of the Michaels order, and that is, all of you are probably familiar with the Elizabeth Ward trays, and this is a knockoff. The box it came in looks like this. I ordered two of them. Let me close that. Okay. So this is the box. And they are currently on sale for $23.19. And then you can use their 15% off sale items and all items in your cart. I think that's still available to give you an additional 15% off the sale price. And I think you can stack the coupon. I'm not sure, but I think I used my 10% senior discount on top of that. So let me go ahead and give you a quick look at what comes in the tray. I got two of these that are exactly the same because, as you probably know, you can get different configurations. You can get all smalls, or you can get a combination of the different sizes. And this is a combination of the teeny tinies. I have one row of 13, and then two rows of the small, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, I believe. Yeah, 16 of the smalls. And then mediums, I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then the very large ones, I've got 3. And I think I like this configuration the best. But they will have like all teeny tinies. And I'll show you the size of the teeny tinies. So they open on the side just like the I think the Elizabeth Ward, the genuine Elizabeth Wards open the same way. Diamond Art Club has their own, and I think they open from the front. I could be mistaken, but anyway, this would hold probably a half a bag. You know, the trains that you get in your diamond paintings. This would hold about a half a bag to maybe 3/4 of a bag if it was full. And then I've got the small ones. So these are the extra small, a whole row of them. And then these are the small, and these hold about a full bag, one bag. And then I've got the medium size, This is a good size. This holds a lot. This will hold a bag and a half to 2 bags. And I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of those. And then I've got 3 big ones. And these big ones are equal to 1 small, or 1 medium, and 1 small. So 1 medium and 1 small equals 1 jumbo, 1 big one. I love these. They look so pretty too when they're filled with diamonds or drills. So that's, you know, that's that. It's a knockoff, Elizabeth Ward knockoff, but it's priced really good on Michael's right now. Regular price I think is $35.99, somewhere around that price point, but they're on sale for $23.19 right now. Okay. So I got 2 of them. And in order to get free shipping, you have to spend $49. So I ordered those 2 diamond paintings that I showed in another video, and I got my free shipping. So where is my pen? I only have a spotty little bit of diamonds down here to finish before I can pull back this row and start working in this row. I've got some up here and then scattered, and all this down is finished. I've got a loose drill. Come on. Okay. So today is Saturday. Tomorrow I'll probably post this video. It'll be Sunday. And I was going to run around town today, but I decided to just stay home, do laundry, and diamond paint. So it's cloudy today, but it's not raining. But it looks like it might start raining. And it's just a peaceful kind of day. I like days like this where it's a little overcast and everybody's at work, or it's not at school. School is out, but the kids are out and about. The parents are gone. And it's just me and the dogs and the gecko and the bird. So with my new light up tray, rather than put the diamonds in it, I'm going to be lazy and I'm going to set my tray on top, which it lights. So I'm using still my tray tower, but I'm going to move everything into my Elizabeth Ward knockoff trays and take my tower down for a while, put it in my storage unit, and just work out of my containers. So let's see what is new. Not too much. But you know, I like it when things are calm and there aren't a lot of things going on. It can be fun, but I just like to chill at home sometimes. I went to bingo on Thursday and I was really lucky. I won like $300, $299. And my friends wanted me to go to the Moose today, and I was like, To myself, I was thinking maybe I will. And then when I started getting up and moving around, I was like, I just want to stay home today. I just want to do my laundry. I'll probably run out later and pick up a few groceries, but mostly it's just going to be stay at home and diamond paint. And sometimes just relaxing and staying at home with nowhere to go is awesome. I know my dogs like it. They like it when I'm home. Although they sleep almost the whole day. But they know I'm here. Now my next party is not for a month. Well, it's this month, but it's the last Sunday of this month. No, we're still in May, aren't we? We got one more day. I think, is there 31 days in May? I think so. So June 29th is the last Sunday, and that's when I'm going to get together with the ladies in my community. And I just found out yesterday that one of the ladies that came to the first party is bringing 3 or 4 people. I think she said 3 people, new ones. And so I'm excited about that. I don't know if I'll be able to diamond paint because once again, I'll be teaching them the ropes, but I'm still going to bring my diamond painting and set it out so that maybe I could run back and forth to it and place a few diamonds when I'm not explaining the how-tos. And I'm going to have everybody sit closer together. I think I'm just going to put a tablecloth on the first 3 tables and not on the very back one. And because I'm sure I'll get the same ladies that came the first time. They all are very anxious to come back. So that was 6 of us, and four people can fit at a table. So if we get 3 more, that would be 9. So I think 3 tables will be big enough. And I'll bring my extra tablecloth in case by then we have even more people show up. But I'm very excited about it. I'm glad people want to come and diamond paint and learn about diamond painting and join our little group. I'm debating on whether to play bingo. I might save that for future months when everyone gets more accustomed to diamond painting and there isn't a lot of question in their minds about things. Because you know, when you first start diamond painting, lots of questions arise and there's lots of tips and tricks that you're focusing on. So I'll just probably do a couple raffle prizes from their entry ticket that I give them when they walk in, and not do bingo until maybe 2 or 3 months in, because we're only meeting once a month right now, and I'm hoping that maybe the group wants to meet twice a month, because I don't know, I think a whole month to wait is kind of long. And we own the clubhouse, our community, so we don't have to pay to use it. We just have to book it so that there's not 2 things going on at the same time, because it's not super huge. There's 4 tables with 4 chairs, and then there's 4 or 5 people that can sit at the bar, and then there's couches, 2 couches, but there's no TV trays or anything, and it's just kind of hard to work from the couch. So I think 20 people would have to be my max. Okay, I think I used all that color in this section. Is everyone having enough time to work on their diamond paintings lately? Are you getting in some good quality time? Or is life just throwing curveballs with work? I know a lot of you still work, and have families and husbands, and it's kind of hard to find time in the day or evening to yourself, especially with young kids. It's summer vacation now here for the children. The last day of school is Friday for us. So starting next week, I'm going to be watching my grandson, but not every day. A couple days a week, maybe 3 days a week. And it'll be fun. I ordered him a colorful chameleon diamond painting because he likes to diamond paint. And I ordered him a desk, and we already had an office chair. So I set that up in his room, but it can easily be moved next to my table so that he can diamond paint with me. So that's going to be fun. And we'll play a lot of games, and we'll probably go to the local pet shelter where they let us sign a sheet and go in and give the kitties attention. He loves that. He goes in, and there's a special room that they let us sit in where he can visit with the cats, the ones that are friendly. And he just pets them and has a good old time with those cats. He wants a cat, but right now we're not ready to take in another animal. We've got a bird, a gecko, and 2 dogs. So that's pretty much enough for one household right now. But we do take him to the shelters to spend time with animals, to keep him company and to pet them, and he really enjoys that. He wants to be an animal rescue person and a veterinarian. So he's only 7, his mind can change, but he gets up early in the mornings and turns on his TV, and he watches the Discovery Channel, and he watches animal shows, animal rescue shows, and the dodo, and tries to learn all he can learn about all kinds of animals. He really is an animal lover. He probably gets that from the family because we all are animal lovers. And he wants to go on his summer vacation. He wants me to take him to the pet store. And I was like, yeah, sure, we can work that out. And then we've got some other things planned. Things that are close to home. But his mom and dad, or his mom, is his father and his mother are not together. So he spends part time at his dad's and part of the time at his mom's. More time with mom, but almost 50-50. And so when he's with us, my daughter does a lot with him. And we're a Disney family because so many of us either have worked at Disney or currently work at Disney. So it's like one of the cheapest things for her to do with the kids is take them to Disney. She'll feed them beforehand and take them, and then she'll let them have a snack or ice cream, and they'll ride a couple rides, and they'll see the parade, and they'll visit some of the characters, and then they come home. And they do that quite a bit. Quite a bit. Just like when I was working at Disney in Orlando, it was the cheapest thing for me to do with my daughter. So we went to Disney every weekend. But we didn't go all day. We would go in time for the 3 o'clock parade. So I would feed her lunch. Then we would go out there, ride a ride or two, go stand on Main Street, catch the parade. And then after the parade, sometimes we would browse the shops a little bit, maybe pick up a balloon or a souvenir. and either take the ferry boat from the Magic Kingdom or the monorail back to the parking lot and go home. And that was pretty much a full day, even though we didn't spend a lot of time in the park. And we did that. It was the cheapest thing for me to do because working there, of course, I got, free passes and a main gate pass and discounts on food and beverages and all that stuff. So it wasn't bad at all. And so now her husband works there. I have a lifetime pass because I retired from there, but I don't go that often. But her husband works out there, so they go a lot. And the kids enjoy it. And they know they're lucky. Not everybody can do that. Okay. I don't know if we're going to get rain today or what, but it's been cloudy the whole day. We probably could use some rain. It's been so hot. And let's see, where's my R's? R. You'd think by now I'd memorize where all these trays were because I'm more than halfway done with this huge Island Time canvas, but I still have to hunt. Oh, where did I see it? Right there. It's funny how you'll spot one that you missed, and if you don't mark it or place your finger by it, you turn your head to grab your next, tray, the tray that has that color, and you look back and you can't find where you saw it. It just kind of like disappears. Yep, I got a couple more. Oh boy, almost had a spill. So, move this down. Oh, I haven't spilled my tray, knock on wood, in a very long time. And I don't want to do that. Nope, not today. So I had a really good day at bingo on Thursday. Let me think, what's today? Saturday. Yeah, so on Thursday, the first game I won, this is all after intermission, so it's the second half. I didn't win anything in the first half. Then they did an intermission and people grabbed lunch. They serve lunch there. And it's all homemade soup and sandwiches and hot dogs and hamburgers and all that stuff. And so the second half, the very first game, I split. So I split it, and they paid $50, so I got $25. And then I think it was like the third or fourth game I won, and I split it again. I split a lot of games. So, but I'm happy, to win $25. So I won another $25. So I was like, yay, now I'm ahead of what I spent. And then they had a winner take all, and it was $199. There weren't that many people there. Sometimes it gets up to 300, 350, but for some reason Thursdays aren't as busy as Tuesdays. They have the bingo Tuesdays and Thursdays. So it was a good payout, $199. And I buy 4 cards. They're $1 a card. There's 4 squares on each card, so 4 games. So 4 times 4, 16. And I have not won that game before, and I won it. So I got $299. Plus I had won the two $50 games. So, no, they were $50 games, but I won $50 because I won 25 and 25. And then close to the end, I won by myself the $50 speed game. And people were saying, "What did you step in?" And another lady said, "You've got to go buy a lotto ticket." And I said, "Well, I don't really play the lotto. I might, but I didn't. I don't play the lotto. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't really have an interest in it. But yeah, so I made out really good. What did I win? So I won $199 and 250s. So $299. Yeah, so I won just $1 under 300. So it's a very good, productive day. I like bingo. I've been playing bingo since I was 18. Not like every week or anything like that, but the first time I played it, it was because I had gone to visit my brother in Ohio, and at their church, he was the bingo caller. And so I had just turned 18, and my sister-in-law was like, "Oh, you got to come with us. You got to play bingo." And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And I won a game, and I don't know how much it was now because this was like 1978. But I was like, that was so much fun. And then I went home, and a couple years later, one of my friends at work said, "Hey, my mom wants to go to bingo. Do you want to go with us?" And I was like, yes, I would love to go. So we started going like once or twice a month, her mom, her, and I. And we lived in Orlando then, and it was a lot of fun. And I'd ask my friends if they wanted to go, and they would be like, "No, like that's an old person's game." And I was like, "Well, young people go too. I mean, there are a lot of elderly people." Well, now I'm the elderly person, but I've always liked it. I know I saw an R somewhere, and I pulled this tray out specifically, oh, there it is, to cover it. And then I went through years where I didn't play at all. And then I moved to another town, still in Florida, but there were bingo halls all over the place. Crazy. So I was like, "Oh, wow, I gotta go." So I started to go again. And then our church, the Catholic churches have bingo a lot of times. They were doing it every other Friday or one Friday a month, I think. But I was working, so a lot of times I couldn't go to the daytime bingos. I could only go to the nighttime. And I was pretty lucky. I remember one time I was playing on a machine. They have the bingo machines. And it was like a winner take all kind of thing. If you get the bingo in so many numbers, you win the jackpot. And I did. I got it in, let's see, I think you had to get it in 52 numbers. If you got it in 52 numbers, you'd win $2,000. And I think I got it on the 51st number, and I couldn't believe it. And I just kept staring at my card, and then I yelled bingo because then reality hit. Like, you just yell, you got it, you got it. I just couldn't believe I had it. And they walked me out to my car too, because it was a nighttime bingo. And they're like, you're not walking out there alone. I was like, okay, thank you. And that was so exciting. I think I was in my early 40s. It was quite a while ago. My sister hit it really big. We were playing bingo online. This was probably back in 2008. And she had to get a coverall. That's when you cover all the blocks, all the squares on your card. And so she purchased her cards, online. She deposited money, and then she was buying cards with the money she deposited, and she accidentally hit select all. So I think it was $1 a card, and it was like 32 cards, so she was down $32. But she was like, oh well, she's vacuuming, and I'm at work. So she's vacuuming the floor, and she's got her laptop propped up on the dining room table. And she looked over, and the cards turn color as you get closer to getting the bingo. And she thought when the card turned purple, because when you're purple, you have 3 to go. And it was on ball 45. So a coverall is very hard to get under 50 numbers. But it was ball number 44 or 45, and she looked up and she saw her card was purple. But all of a sudden she started seeing confetti and like fireworks on the screen, and she was like, oh, somebody won. And she went over, and it was her. It wasn't purple. The card had turned red, which meant that red is a win. You got every number. And then the amount popped up, $15,000. No lie. My sister won $15,000. So she calls me at work, and I'm getting ready to go to a meeting, and I've got my clipboard and my everything in my hand, my drink, and I'm just walking away from my phone, getting ready to put it on call forward to the front desk. And I see her number pop up. So I thought, I'll hurry up and grab it. And I was like, hi. And she starts crying. And I'm like, what's wrong? My heart sunk, because I'm like, oh my gosh, something is wrong. And I could hardly make out what she was saying. But she was trying to tell me she won $15,000. But in her tears, I'm like, my heart's pounding really hard, because I'm thinking that something happened, something bad. And I said, please stop crying. Please stop crying. Tell me what it is. And then she told me that she just won on Cyber Bingo, the coverall, for $15,000. And I was like, no way. Oh my gosh. And sure enough, yeah, it was for real. Crazy. We don't play on that site anymore. We played for a couple of years, but they changed a lot of the rules and a lot of the ways that you could withdraw money from your account and blah, blah, blah. And with the changes, it just was like, there's no chance for you to ever be able to cash out. Like, you might win, but in order to cash out, they had wagering rules that they never had before. And so we were like, we had our fun, We had some big wins. My mom would play too, and she was so funny. She's not alive anymore, but she would call me while I was at work, and she'd say, Mary, I won the coffee cup. And I would be like, oh, right, because that would be $100. And she would deposit like $50, and she would get bonus points and stuff, and she would play on that $50 all week. And sometimes she'd win, and sometimes she'd, lose, but that's what it was about. And it gave her something to do. She would go to the different rooms, and they had chats where she could talk to people. And she got really familiar with the computer when she started living with me. I taught her some basics, and she just picked it right up, and she really enjoyed emailing her sisters and going on the internet and researching stuff. And she just really clicked with the computer. I was surprised. But anyway, she would play during the day, and she was just so funny when she would win. It was cute. And she would chat with other people, and I would come home from work, and over dinner she would tell me some of the gossip in the chat room. But she would get a lot of recipes too. A lot of them were retired women, and they would talk about what they were making for dinner, and they would exchange recipes. And it was good for my mom, instead of just watching TV all day. She had that little outlet where she never met the people in person, but she became familiar with certain ones that she had things in common with. They never exchanged, addresses or nothing more than an email address sometimes. They mostly did all their conversations right there in the chat room, which, by the way, was monitored the whole time. And the person that was monitoring it was called a chat host. And that person would get side games going. So while your bingo cards were playing, which they were auto-daub, so you didn't have to even look at them, they just played on their own. The chat host would conduct games that you could win additional bingo bucks. So there's a lot of action going on, and my mom picked it up. At first, it took her a little while, but she got really good at it and enjoyed it. So I didn't feel so guilty being at work all day with her left at home alone. She had fun. And then she got my aunt going on it. We were a bad influence. We had my aunt, we had my uncle, we had, who else did she? Oh, her other sister, two of my aunts would play. It was funny. My cousins would be saying, "Thanks a lot for corrupting my mom." I go, "Don't be afraid. She's not going to spend all your inheritance." But they weren't. They were glad that it was giving them something to do during the day. And they also had a feature where you could play in a game, like they would have a certain game that would play for an hour, one game after another, and you could go in and pre-buy your cards for that game at that hour. Say at 1:00, I'm going to be at work, but I really want to play team bingo. So I could go in and I could prepay for my cards, and even though my computer was off, the cards would play, and then I would come home and I would open up the game and I would see if I won. And if I did, my balance would be that much bigger. Of course, I couldn't watch it, which is part of the fun, but sometimes they had games that I really wanted to get in on, and I couldn't because, of course, I was working. But they've changed the site so much, it's not really that much fun anymore. So years ago we played, and years ago we gave it up. Well, not like give it up, but we just stopped playing. They went under new management, and they changed a lot of the rules. So Little Dottie fell off the bed this morning. Well, she was trying to get down in the usual spot. There's a chair next to the bed, a cushion chair, and I had it pulled away from the bed too far. And when she went down, she went through the crack. I had forgotten I had moved the chair a little bit and didn't put it back. And she started limping, and I watched her because I thought, oh no, she hurt her leg. And she limped around all morning. And I thought that was another reason I didn't want to go anywhere today. I want to keep an eye on her. But just before I started the video, she got down and got a drink of water, and she was walking fine. Poor little thing. Her short little legs. I hope all of you are going to have a good weekend. It's Saturday. Well, when you see this video, it'll be Sunday. So your weekend will be almost over. But hopefully you have nice weather. It's not too hot today because it's been overcast. If you live in hot climate, always test the sidewalk with a bare foot, or the street, or whatever you're walking on if you're walking a dog, because they've got little pads on the bottom of their feet that feel the heat, and they can't tell us when the sidewalk or the street or whatever we're walking on is too hot, and it'll burn their little paws. So always keep that in mind. I don't remember if I mentioned that. I probably did. I have such a bad memory. My short-term memory is terrible. But one of the ladies that went to my party, this tape is curling, that went to my party that I had last Saturday at the clubhouse, she told me yesterday that she was bringing 3 or 4 more people. I think I did mention it. But I'm so excited to get some new people there. And yeah, I do remember now I did mention it, because I planned to diamond paint, but with new people, I don't know how much diamond painting I'll be able to get in, but it's okay. I'm still happy that we're getting, we're going to get some new people. And I got to make the invitations so I can post it on our community Facebook page. Let everybody know when and, of course, where. It's going to be in the same place. But one of the ladies' husbands yesterday, I saw walking his dog, and he was like, yeah, she's still working on that canvas that he called it a painting. She's still working on that painting that she got from you last week, and she's trying to finish it before the next one. And I laughed and I said, good, I'm glad she's working on it. He goes, oh yeah, it's looking good. And then I got a picture sent to me through my messenger from one of the ladies that was at the get-together, the party. And she is so happy with how everything is turning out. She's almost finished with the coaster. She has 2 more to do out of the 8. And of course she finished her canvas, which was just a partial, but it looks really good. And she loves her coasters. They're all sea life. A starfish, a dolphin, a sea turtle, a whale, you know, just all the sea life creatures. And it's kind of muted. It's like a light green background. And I see a diamond on a place. Oh, it's loose. Okay. And so she was just wanting to show it to me and let me know that she's enjoying it. So that was nice of her to send me a picture. I like to see people's progress. Working on the 8, the number 8s, there's one. There's a lot of confetti in this section that I'm doing. Oh, this sheet is driving me crazy. Let me get another cover minder here. Put it back. Of course, you have a 50-50 chance to get the right side of the magnet. Ooh. Now it's on the floor somewhere. Oh, I know I have another one. Yeah. Darn. Oh, here's one. I knew I had another one. But it's missing the magnet. It's only got the one that's glued to it. Well, let's see. Where'd it fall? I will have to find it because I have a little toddler. My dog is like a toddler and she will eat it. Well, I'll get it after. Okay, so I'm going to cut this part off because it's sticking to my arm. And I hate the crinkle. I really do. I never knew how much I didn't like the crinkle. I could always put this, actually, like parchment paper down right there. And just cut this whole piece out of the way. I have lotion on my arms, and the lotion is sticking to this plastic really seriously. Okay, that'll be much better. And I can actually cut some of this back. I sure like the perforated ones. I don't know, it just works so much better for me. Let me cut this. Okay. Yeah, I'm cutting you too. Getting you out of the way. And then I'll put parchment paper down. Because that parchment paper does not stick to my arm. Put it right there. In my other video, I talked about this Dollar Tree parchment paper. I really, really, really am glad I found it. $1.25, 100 sheets. And I've been using it for a lot of things in the kitchen. Like, what am I going to put? Oh, I got parchment paper. I'll put that between these two. You know, whatever it is I'm pulling out of the refrigerator or freezer. Okay. There we go. All right, we're at 49 minutes, so I probably won't stay on a whole lot longer, but I'll finish these few letters and numbers here. Well, actually, I think I finished all the 8s. The number 8, letter F. now that I have my trays, I'm going to empty this tower today. That's what I'm going to do. Get all these colors into those Elizabeth Ward trays and pack these trays up and put them in my storage unit for a while, because I don't want to get rid of them. I love my storage trays, or not my, well, they do have lids, but I don't put the lids on them because I don't know why. I just like to pull the tray out and dip in. But you know, my dog, a couple scares with him getting underneath this cabinet that they're sitting on. It's a shelf unit and it's on wheels. And I locked the wheels, but he still managed to move it out of the way so that he could get behind it without spilling my towers, which I don't know how he did it. But I talked about it in my other video, so I won't go into it. But anyway, I'm going to get these towers put away, and I'm going to work out of my Elizabeth Ward trays and just do that for a while. I should be getting my lamp that's connected to like a bedside table or end table. I should be getting that next week so I can rearrange my room. I'm looking forward to that. I'll have to check and see when that's due to come in, because it is coming local from Temu. And I probably have to put it together. I'm sure I do, but that's okay. I like putting stuff together. Yeah, number 2. That's some Aurora Borealis green, which is really pretty. I saw the Diamond Art Club 50, what is it? It's an anniversary. Is it their 7th anniversary? I don't know. But they released 50 new Diamond Art Club paintings. And I'm so glad that there's not a bunch of them that I am dying to have, because I don't need to buy any more Diamond Art Club. Not for a long time. I've got way more than I even need to have. And it's going to take me months to finish them all. Years, probably, at the rate I'm going. So there are a couple of them, though, that I was really tempted, and I'm proud of myself for not doing anything with my cart. Of course, I put them in my cart, and they took the 25% off, because right now they're giving you 25% off. I think they give everybody that. I'm a Diamond member, but anyway, the ones I picked out with the 25% off was going to come to $90, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. Don't press that button, Mary. Don't do it. So one of them that I wanted was the Chuck Pinson Swan Lake, but that comes and goes in D-stash groups for really reasonable prices, even with the 25% off, which is good. I think it's a $52 canvas. It makes it like, I don't know, around 47 or something. And then there's another one that I like that, well, there's 2 more that I liked. There's a, like, almost like an abstract, real floral, colorful, small, 13 by 13. And something about it, I just kept looking at it going, man, that's so much fun to do, I bet. And with the fairy dust drills and the ABs that are scattered throughout it. So I put that in my cart. And then there's one, And I don't usually go for people, but it's a girl sitting at an easel with her art, what do you call that? Her palette of paints. And she's like all alone in her craft corner. And it's got purples and blues and pinks. It's colorful. And I was really tempted to get that. I put that in my cart, but then I soon took it out and just put it on my favorites, my wish list. Because I'm not sure. I don't usually do the people. I'm not really into it. I like landscapes, flowers, and beach scenes. Those are my top 3. And I like religious ones too. But anyway, I forget what the other one was I had in my cart. But I resisted, and I'm so proud of myself because with them giving 25% discount, that's a big discount for Diamond Art Club. And I really don't have any points saved up because I've been buying from D-Stash groups and not from Diamond Art Club. There's a couple of them from Gina Jane that are butterflies and flowers that I just love. And I check every now and then on Mercari and eBay, and just to see, and in Facebook groups, just to see if anybody is trying to de-stash those particular ones. And I haven't seen them yet, but it will happen. I'm sure I'll run into it and it'll be half the price or less. And a lot of times they're perfectly fine. Sometimes they've opened the box and they've taken out the toolkit, which doesn't bother me a bit. Sometimes they take the treasure card out, that trading card. I don't care about that. I mean, I'd love to have it, but it's not a make it or break it kind of deal for me. If I want the painting, that's why I buy it, is because I want that painting, not for the toolkit or for the trading card. Those are just extra niceties. So I will find those one day when I'm ready to buy again. I just don't want to buy any more. I mean, I do, but I don't. I told my sister that I have enough diamond paintings now to get me through 2 lifetimes. And she laughed. She's not a diamond painter at all. She never was like into crafting or she likes looking at it, but she's not interested in doing it. And I've given her a couple of my diamond paintings, and she's hung them in her bathroom. She has these diamond dots. It's an ocean scene, underwater ocean scene, and there are 2 that go together. And there's fish and sea life, and she really liked it a lot, so I gave her the set, and she was thrilled. And she hung it up in her bathroom right away. They were just skinny little panels, you know, about 1 foot tall by like 9 inches wide, and it was a set of 2. Real colorful. Those were fun to do. I like diamond dots. If you haven't done a diamond dots painting and you want to try it, I think you would like it. They have good quality drills, and diamond dots are all licensed. A lot of the designs or themes or paintings, whatever you want to call it, are Shutterstock, but they're all licensed, so they have permission to use them. And they do have some artists, I believe. I haven't done that many. I've got a couple of them in my stash, and I've done a couple of them, so that's about it. But I did order 2 or 3 more with their 70% off sale and I think it's still going on today. They have a select bunch of paintings for 70% off, 2 pages of paintings. It's worth checking out because they're very good quality. And the drills are really nice. Okay, well, I'm going to end it here, and I will be talking to you soon. I hope you have a good weekend, and everybody is well. God bless you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye.